Hello students, welcome back to the another session of digestive system. So today in today's class we are going to see the remaining part of the digestive system with a quick recap. Okay na? So we'll start with the pharynx. Already, why? Because before parts already we completed. If you did not see those videos, you can go to the description and you can watch those videos also. Okay. So pharynx part, see after the buccal cavity, so now it is going to opens into the pharynx part. Okay na? Pharynx is the common passage for what? Food and air. So it is a common passage. Okay, common passage for food and air. Okay, food and air, that's why it is known as common passage. So here this pharynx also divided into three parts. Okay na? Nasopharynx, oropharynx and laryngopharynx. So nasopharynx means which is connected with the nose. Nasopharynx is nothing but which is connected with the nose. So nasopharynx contains these parts. Internal nares are present. Internal nares are nothing but internal nostrils through which air enters into the pharynx. Okay, internal nares. And also it opens into the eustachian tubes. Okay na? Eustachian tubes, it is going to opens into the eustachian tubes, inner surface of the eustachian tube. After that it also contains the tonsils. Tonsils are nothing but lymphoid tissues. Remember this point. So tonsils are nothing but lymphoid tissues. What are the lymphoid tissues or what are the tonsils? Present in the nasopharynx. Here you see pharyngeal tonsils and lingual tonsils. Okay, pharyngeal tonsils and lingual tonsils. Pharyngeal tonsils are nothing but which is present on the roof of the tonsil. It is present on the roof of the tonsil. Okay, so up of the pharynx. Okay, then up of the pharynx, it is present above the roof of the pharynx. And then lingual tonsils. Lingua means tongue, on the base of the tongue. It is present on the base of the tongue. Lingual tonsils are present on the base of the tongue. Okay, that is about the nasopharynx. Nasopharynx is connected with the nose, that is nothing but internal nostrils, and it also contains, it opens into the eustachian tubes, and it contains two types of tonsils. One is pharyngeal tonsils, another one is the lingual tonsils. Pharyngeal tonsils are present at the roof of the pharynx. It is present at the roof of the pharynx. And the second tonsils are lingual tonsils, which is present at the base of the tongue. And then second oropharynx. Oropharynx is present in the middle, and at the same time oropharynx is in between nasopharynx and laryngopharynx. So oropharynx contains palatine tissue. It contains palatine tonsils. So these palatine tonsils are present on either side of the oropharynx. They are present on either side of the, means both sides. It present on either side of the oropharynx. Okay. Then so laryngopharynx. See, laryngopharynx is nothing but larynx is connected with the pharynx part. Okay, larynx is nothing but voice box which when you can able to talk. So a larynx connect అవుతుంది కాబట్టి దానికని వాటిని ఏమన్నాం laryngopharynx. So this laryngopharynx, normally above the larynx, what is the part contains? Glottis. So that's why in order wise I have written here, above the laryngopharynx it contains the glottis part. It contains the, see, if it is a larynx, it contains the glottis part. Okay, so this glottis part also covered by a leaf-like structure is known as epiglottis. Leaf-like structure is known as muscular, flap-like structure is known as epiglottis. Epiglottis role, what is the role of epiglottis? Epiglottis em pani chestundi? It regulate the movement of the food and air into their respective passages. Respective passages ante enti? Food ni food pipe loki, air ni wind pipe loki, that is nothing but trachea loki పంపిస్తుంది అన్నమాట. So that is the role of epiglottis. So this laryngopharynx opens into the two tubes. One is esophagus, another one is the tracheal tube. So food is enters into the esophagus and air enters into the trachea. After that, so when we are swallowing food, what happens? మనం ఎప్పుడైనా ఫుడ్ ని తీసుకునేటప్పుడు మింగేటప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే, సో దిస్ గ్లాటిస్ వాజ్ కంప్లీట్లీ క్లోజ్డ్, ఎస్పెషల్లీ glottis is going to be closed completely, otherwise food may enters into the windpipe. సో ఫుడ్ విండ్ పైప్లోకి లేకపోతే ట్రాకియాలోకి ఎంటర్ కాకుండా ఉండాలంటే ఆ గ్లోటిస్ని కంప్లీట్గా క్లోజ్ చేయాలి. అది ఏం చేస్తుంది? Epiglottis is covering the glottis so that we can avoid the swallowing of swallowed food into the tracheal tubes. Then esophagus, next part of the after pharynx is esophagus, long muscular tube-like structure. So this long muscular tube-like structure, it contains two types of muscles. One is longitudinal muscles, another one is the longitudinal muscles, another one is the circular muscles. Okay, circular muscles, longitudinal muscles and circular muscles are present on the layers of the esophagus, and those are smooth muscles, involuntary actions. Okay, it is responsible for involuntary actions. And esophagus, see, this laryngopharynx is connected with the opening of the esophagus. Okay, opening of the esophagus. Okay, that's why here it contains upper esophageal sphincters. Upper esophageal sphincters are present in between the larynx and the esophagus, and at the same time after that it is going to opens into the stomach portion. Okay, stomach portion, there also we have the sphincter. Sphincter is nothing but muscular flap like structure which it can able to regulate the movement of the food particles. Now we will see the stomach. Okay, this part is stomach. So first one, muscular tube is completed, then we are entering into the stomach portion. So in the stomach portion also we have many points. So in the stomach it is a J-shaped structure. Okay, storing and digestion purpose. What is the functions? Mainly storing and digesting the food. So mainly what are the three parts of the stomach? Three parts of the stomach is present. The upper portion, this portion is known as fundus. So this portion is known as fundus, and the middle portion will be cardiac, and the last portion will be pyloric stomach. So three portions of the stomach are present: fundic stomach, cardiac stomach and pyloric stomach. So this pyloric stomach is going to be have sphincters. Sphincters role in Japan, it controls or regulate the movement of the food towards the duodenum portion. This is a C-shaped structure, short tube-like structure is known as duodenum. So this pyloric sphincters regulates the movement of the food towards the duodenum లోకి పంపించేటప్పుడు రిపల్ కాకుండా, సో sometimes proper repulsion also takes place, so it can able to control the movement of the food to avoid the backflow of food towards the stomach. Sometimes because of the reflex actions we will get the vomiting sensations, so that the entire food is going to be coming back in the reverse pathway towards the mouth. So because of that reflex actions. So this is about the stomach portion, and stomach contains the gastric glands. Mainly stomach is responsible for protein digestion. Okay, so this is about the stomach. So pharynx, esophagus, stomach. Now we will see the intestine, small intestine. So take the screenshot, all of you. Okay, now we will see the small intestine. Okay, small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. Small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. See here, this is the longest part of the alimentary canal, many tubes. Or how much length? The length will be around 3 meters. 3 meters of small intestine is present in our body. So now we are in the small intestine. So small intestine is also divided. So length, if you see, 3 meters in length, 2.5 centimeters in diameter. Okay, in diameter, this is a measurement. Now small intestine is divided into 3 portions. First portion is known as duodenum, next jejunum, then ileum. Okay, So duodenum is a short tube, but it plays very important role. Why? Because short tube and receiving the bile juice and pancreatic juice, bile juice and pancreatic juices for emulsification purpose, for emulsification and also protein digestion. So duodenum is a short tube, C-shaped tube. After the pyloric stomach, it opens into the duodenum part, and then it receiving the from the pancreas it is receiving the pancreatic juices, and also from the liver it is receiving the bile juices. So means here fat digestion and protein digestion, even carbohydrates also takes place, carbohydrate digestion also takes place here. Then jejunum, 2 meter length, so longest part, and also it plays major role in the digestion. Major role in the digestion means bulk quantity of food, bulk amount of food is digested in the part, that is jejunum. Okay, the bulk amount of food is digested in the part is known as jejunum, and it plays major role in the digestion process. Then ileum, blind sac. So it here ileum is going to be opens into the next part that is large intestine. Okay, after that we will see the large intestine. Okay, large intestine functions will see in the digestion and absorption process. Main functions will be absorption of water and vitamins and drugs, simple. So but large intestine also having 3 layers. It is broad thickened layer. Okay, so large intestine also have 3 parts. One is ascending colon, transverse colon and descending colon. Ascending and transverse, descending colons. Okay, descending colon. Okay, ascending colon and descending transverse colon and descending colon, and finally with a sigmoid curve it opens into the rectum. So in the large intestine we have another important structures, that is the 3 layered muscular fold. This red color layers is known as tinea coli. Okay, tinea coli. So it is also muscular folded like structure. It is a 3 muscular layers forms as a tinea coli. Okay, tinea coli, and also it forms as a pouched like structures here. See, these are the pouched like structures. These pouched like structures are known as haustra. Okay, pouched like structures are known as haustra. So this is about the large intestine. Then the rectum is a organ, blind sac, which stores the undigested food material, and also last one will be anus. So through which the undigested food is going to be expelled out. So in the small intestine, large intestine, everywhere it contains some mucus layers. These mucus layers are responsible to adhere the food particles into the so that it can able to move freely. It enter the ఎలిమెంటరీ కెనాల్, అంటే మ్యూకస్తో అటాచ్ అయినప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్గా స్మూత్ ఫ్లో ఉంటుందన్నమాట మొత్తం ఎలిమెంటరీ కెనాల్లో. సో త్రూ అంటిల్ ద రెక్టమ్ ద మ్యూకస్ మెంబ్రెన్స్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి present. So in the small intestine part we have to see another important structures, those are villi. Okay, villi are folded like structures. If you see here, so villi ఎలా ఉంటుంది, folded like structures. It contains the folded like structures like this. Okay, so inside the villi structures, these are the villi. Okay, so villi also covered by the epithelium membrane. So inside the villi, okay, inside the villi it contains the blood vessels, then lymphatic vessel also. It contains blood vessels like arteries and veins, and lymphatic vessel. That lymphatic vessel, for example, if it is a lymphatic vessel, so this lymphatic vessel is known as lacteal blood vessels. Okay, so on the surface of the villi the epithelial cells, it appears as a, the epithelial cells appears as a brush border. Epithelial cells are appears as a brush border. These structures are known as microvilli structures. Microvilli structures. Okay. So mainly this villi is responsible for increasing the surface area for absorption. Main function of villi. So many villi are present throughout the small intestine. This villi are nothing but finger-like structures. So inside the villi it contains the blood vessels, blood capillaries. Okay, blood vessels, blood capillaries, lymph vessels also present. That lymph vessel duct is known as lacteal, and so through which it can able to absorb the substances. And also above the small intestine, as I know, microvilli. So this microvilli, it also contains the brush border appearance. This brush border enzymes, it is releasing the brush border enzymes for the digestion of the proteins, carbohydrates and fat molecules. So this is about the small intestine. So go through the entire topic. Of alimentary canal, see all the important structures and their functions clearly, and write your own notes. ఇంకా మీకు ఏమైనా టాపిక్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ కోసం డెఫినెట్గా కామెంట్ చేయండి. మీకు ఈ సెషన్ కానీ నచ్చితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, కామెంట్ చేయండి.